Alright guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we're going to be removing the rear bumper to try and hold on the honeycomb for the rest of the car's lifespan, and we're going to be taking the door card off to fix the window motor problem. Okay, so I put the car on accessories. Now I go to wind the window up or down. So the motor is working but something's not engaging. Now, I did replace the driver's side probably 6 months ago and it's been fine ever since. So, probably replace it. And from what I remember, it was relatively easy. So, let's get into it. Okay, so what you want to do first is pop that plastic there off. And there should be a plastic insert in the door handle there. Take that off to uncover a screw. Now that we've done that, we've uncovered a screw in the door handle. We're going to want to get a screwdriver and undo that screw. Now that we've undone that, we're going to want to pull this whole trim off here. From what I remember, it was pretty hard to get off last time, but I'm pretty sure you just go from this corner and then unplug the up and down switch for the window, and that should be it. So now that we've undone that, we're going to need a T25 Torx bit, and we're going to undo that bolt in there and that one on the other side of the handle. Now don't pull the handle out after you've undone the screws. It's very hard to get out and I couldn't imagine getting it back in, so just don't do it, leave it in there. Now moving down to the bottom of the door, I'm going to have two plastic bolt looking things. Pretty sure they're just clips. I'm not sure how to get them out, as I think the other side had Torx in them, so I'll let you know how to get them out when I get them out. So we got one out. It's just a clip and you screw it in. I used a 11mm socket on a ratchet to undo it, and then just pull it by your hand out and it should come out. Okay, so now that that's all undone, all you want to do is tug on the door. There will be a load of clips down the side and all around it, but yeah, just tug on it hard enough and it will come out. Okay, so now that we got the door card off, we pulled the door handle out just using our flathead screwdriver, twisting the tabs and pushing out. Pretty simple. Now we're going to pull off the motor and then plug it back in and see if it's the motor itself. So you're just going to want to undo the 3 T25 Torx pieces and pull it out. So I think we've found the problem. We've put the car on accessories, we've plugged in the up down switch and we've clicked it. Do it. So it turns the motor, and then if it's turning fine, then put a bit of pressure on it and see, because the window does weigh a bit, so put a bit of pressure on. But in this case we didn't even need to do anything, because as you can see the gear is definitely cracked. So probably replace the gear if the other side's motor was good, or otherwise just replace the whole motor itself and get a new gear. So we've got the other motor here from the driver's side that we replaced on the silver one probably around 3 months ago. Now the gear here, you can spin it freely, shouldn't be able to do that. So the gear in this black case must be broken, but this gear on the outside is fine. So I think what we're going to try and do is pull that gear off and put it on the one that we just pulled out. And then our white Fiesta needs a motor for its bit. So out of this old window motor, we get every little last bit, and then this will be fully broken. So we'll throw it in the bin. Cut the cord in case we ever need one and throw it out. So I've just realised that we won't be able to switch the gear on the motors, because I've pulled this one apart to show you. So first of all, we had to break the plastic to get into it. We pull this out, should have 3 little tabs there, but that's where it broke on the old one, so we can't put this on the one that we just pulled out because all them little tabs are broken. So it won't help the issue at all, it'll just make it worse and waste our time. So we're just gonna have to order a whole new motor. So now that I've figured out that we're not going to be putting that back together today, so we're going to have to wait for parts, we're going to do the honeycomb, the lower diffuser, by gluing them in. So we're going to have to remove the whole rear bumper, but it will mean that you'll never lose the honeycombs because they're very rare and very expensive when you find one. Okay, so what we're going to do first is pull the inner guard liner out. There's probably a bolt around here, and then if the bumper's never been off before, there'll be a metal rivet right there and you'll need to drill it out, but our bumper's been off before, so got a plastic clip in there. Same on the other side, and you want to pull the inner guard liner off this side as well, and then you've got to undo 2 bolts and it'll undo the whole bumper. So easy as, let's get into it. Okay, so we've pulled the inner guard liner out as much as we need. As you can see the bolt right there that holds the bumper in. It's probably around here. We're going to be using an 8mm spanner to undo it, a very small one because there isn't much room in between the bolt and the inner guard liner, and you're going to want to do this to both sides. So I'll get back to you once I'm done. So we've undone the 2 bolts, and I remembered that there was little clips, 2 little clips, there's one further down there, that hold the lower diffuser in. So you're going to need to pull them out to pull the bumper off. So we've got the bumper off. These clips here were a pain to get out, so I just got the flathead screwdriver and just poked straight through there and just broke the clips. But we'd already bought a pack of just clips, miscellaneous clips off eBay, so we're just going to probably like chuck something like that in it with a screw in the middle like that and hope that it's heaps easier. As you can see, we might pull the car out later because it's very dirty. We used to run this car in dirt motor Carnas, but we don't now, so we're going to clean it up, clean the bumper up so when we apply the hot glue it sticks well, so we'll never lose the honeycomb. So stay tuned. Okay, so we've got the bumper cleaned and dry. We've got the hot glue gun down here heating up. So what we're going to do is, on all these little tabs, we're going to put a bit of hot glue on the bumper, so that way the lower diffuser and the honeycomb all hold in, and hopefully they never fall out. So we just got the bumper sitting on a life jacket, or you can use a towel just to protect the paint on the other side. But when I'm finished I'll show you, so hopefully you understand a bit more to what I'm doing. Okay, so we've hot glued it in place. As you can see, we've put a bit on the tab where it slips in and a bit on the bumper. If I push that, the honeycomb can't come out. So we've got them on the lower diffuser. I thought even to do the little side reflectors, because sometimes people are missing them, so thought that it would be a good idea while I'm here. Even the little reflector part inside it, so you'll never lose anything off the rear bumper, hopefully. And then these, where the inner guard liner clips in, are known to break, so I've chucked a bit of hot glue on it because it was broken, and hopefully it fixes it. So yeah, now just clean the back of the car and reinstall it. Okay, so that's it. We're finished with the bumper off, so we can put it back on. We've glued the honeycomb and the lower diffuser in. So we're gonna just chuck the 2 bolts in. I'm gonna be putting 2 clips in, just using clips like that. We've just got an assortment and found some. And yeah, I'll get back to you when this is finished. Okay, so now that the bumper's back on, we're going to be moving back onto the window motor, and it hasn't arrived yet. It will be arriving in a few days, so I'll cut back when it's arrived and I'm ready to put it in. Okay, now as you can see, the window motor is put back in place, and we've put the door card on. As we'll be racing this weekend, then we'll need to put the window up. We just took the window motor out of the white XR4 that you would have seen in the last video, and now the window goes up perfect. So I'll just have to find another window motor and yeah, chuck it in the white Fiesta, and that's it. Alright, and that's it for this video. We've got the rear bumper back on, we've got the window motor in and the door card back on. Now it's time to pull this car out and give it a wash, as it's probably been sitting in the shed for 3 weeks now. And yeah, so I'll catch you on the next video. Hopefully in 2 weeks I'll have it out doing some stuff to the white Fiesta. So I'll see you then.